how's it going, everybody? Yeah, you. Welcome to the project I was talking about for my 100k view special. This is the game that has never been played before, except a couple times. This is Disney's Party. This is kind of like Mario Party in different kind of ways, as you'll see later on. As you can see, you can choose 3 different files, not much different from the original Mario Party series. But I am going to do my original one, so that way we don't have to go through a whole lot of work.
The party. This is the main entrance where all the fun starts. What kind of game would you like to play?
Yeah, if you thought she was annoying, wait till you hear a whole bunch in this mini-series. Anyways, we got 3 different modes here. We got Game Board mode, which is basically everybody has a board and they completed different amounts of rows, as she'll say. But I'm going to do it for her, so that way she can talk less, apparently. Play in pairs mode, which is you team up with another person and you compete against the other 2 teams. Minigame mode, which is basically you play all the minigames that you have played. And free pass, we'll be talking about that pretty much later on through the Let's Play. And as I said before, there are only 4 parts, so it's not too much to worry about. And then the options. I'm going to be taking care of the options in the final episode. But for right now, let's go on into Game Board mode, the first mode of the game. By the way, I am actually going to divide each part up into 15 minutes exactly, unless there's a sentence I need to complete. In that case, I will cut it out when the sentence is complete. So, there is a whole lot of cutting to be done, but you know what? I'm going to say it's totally worth it. Welcome everyone, and thank you for coming. This is a magical party filled with dreams and wonder. This amusement park is comprised of several islands, and those islands were created with you in mind. Aw, I feel so special. That's why we sent invitations to all 6 of you. There is a Game Boy Advance version of this game, and there's actually 4 characters in this game. Goofy and Billy are not in this game, I should warn you. Oh my gosh, I hate reading this one. Para! Long time no see. How long have you been? How have you been? Huh? Uncle Scrooge and Billy know each other? We just met and became friends. Wow, Mickey, you are a stud, you know. Why don't you make friends with a stick while you're at it? I don't know. He is a ghost who lives 3 houses outside of town. He's weak against light, so you never see him. I am not reading all that stuff. Sure, no problem there. He basically said that part. I am not going to be talking. I do know this game by heart, so expect this to be a 100% run-through, even though it's not entirely going to be 100% because this game can be a bit random, just like regular Mario parties. I'm going to be comparing the regular Mario parties to Disney's Party, both on the GameCube version and in the Game Boy Advance, so... No, you know what? Yeah, the only player going to be playing this. And you have 6 different characters as said before. Mickey Mouse, which we all know. Minnie Mouse. Donald Duck, my personal favorite Disney Mickey Mouse series character. Daisy Duck, Goofy, and the new character Billy. Now, Billy is an invisible ghost who just... He's afraid of light, so he put on a bunch of armor and junk like that. So that way he could be seen. I'm going to be Mickey Mouse for this one, and as we go along through different series, I will be different characters. So let's go ahead, I'm going to be picking the guys for this one, so that way the girls could do some shopping. That's basically how I roll with this. The remaining 2 people will be grouped in the next people, so don't worry. No, they're not! They are going to remain shopping for the rest of their lives. I just had to do that. Advice, basically Tinkerbell will tell you about a little bit of the information. I'm going to be turning in options again. I know this game by heart and we exactly don't need it. Minigames can be normal, exciting, or save data. I will be going over save data in episode 3, so that's not quite long. Normal is easy sets and stuff, so I'm going with normal since I have not played this in a long time. Computer strength, normal, or difficult. Normal is kind of like Mario Party's easy or normal that gave birth. It's basically that in a nutshell, and difficult is hard for Mario Party mode. So we're going to pick normal and number of rows. I believe the maximum you can have is 12. So, I'm not going to go for that long. 1 or 2? I'm kind of curious. I guess 1 row, since of course we're starting it, and I want this first episode to be kind of short, because I don't want it to take too long. Now let's hand out the game boards to all of you. Now, here's basically the game boards. Whatever character you choose will have a little symbol at the top. For example, Goofy has his own hat. Donald's board represents Donald's hat, and then Mickey Mouse represents his ears. If you press L or R, you can change the colors of it, and I do not want the computer to black out while I'm doing this, so I might adjust the mouse a little bit. But I'm thinking I'll go with the settings. That looks fun to me. Alright, be careful, and don't forget to have fun! Don't worry, Uncle Scrooge, we're not gonna make this PG-13 in any way. There's 4 guys, that would be kind of awkward. This is Magical Square. Magical Square is kind of the base of... If you're comparing it to Disneyland, this is mostly like the Magic Kingdom. They got little stands from like the 1900s and stuff, and the Disneyland Castle, which is the main part. I'm also going to be comparing most of the islands with Disneyland parks, which is actually what they're based off of. As you can see, we got little round circles right here. Those are spaces that you can go to. Disney's Party, unlike Mario Party, it's a bit different. In the Game Boy Advance version, you roll a dice just like regular Mario Party. However, you could not play the minigames. Well, you could play the minigames, but the minigames themselves, actually, you just collect stars and then reach a flag. So the little S gears right there represent special events. The present represents gifts in which you choose from a random wheel, and the star represents minigames. We'll be getting into more of those later. Unfortunately, they do not tell you. And this is the mystery wheel, because Disney thinks it's better to work as a team than roll separate dices and decide on the minigame later. Yeah. Way to go, Hudson, for teaming up with Disney to make this game. Even though, I gotta say, this game has got low ratings and stuff, which is, I guess I understand why we get low ratings, just because, I don't know. I guess the game systems are who has the highest number of a specific game wins, with the exception of 4 minigames, which hopefully I'll be covering during most of this. Cooperating with each other, players can help. And he identified my shirt, and yeah, before I was gonna record this, and I had a Mario shirt on. Just to let you know. I like your shirt there. Now, I think it's L. I'm not sure. You can pull up the data for each of the players, and oh yeah, it was L. In the R button, you can navigate the entire map. Pretty nice, if you ask me. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the volume so that I can actually listen to this. Yeah, there we go. That's a good volume right there. Yeah, sorry you had to hear that. Quickly press the A button to leap back to the wheel, and a little tip for you right here. Oh, that's Sign Language for I Love You that Scrooge just did right there, in case you didn't know that. A little bit of advice. This is the only time it's actually going to do it, but it's going to lead specifically to the blue. So if you press A on the blue, you are guaranteed to win the first wheel. That's my recommendation if you're playing this game. If you want to be a daredevil, go ahead. Alright, Lady Luck. Yeah, even though Lady Luck is cruel. I'm just saying. And there you have it. The destination is set. See you later. You'll be seeing him again in we'll be seeing him in like just a couple seconds. It shows you right there you can press and hold A and you can just dash like that. Yeah, even though I showed it a little bit too late. Kinda good, I guess, if you want to go through the courses a bit quicker. Sorry, I forgot to tell you the details. Why do you use Donald? Oh my gosh, just because you're like Donald's brother? Or I think it's uncle or something. Donald's uncle. Just... You are so racist. First, to win the minigame, you have to complete your game board. Stars, for example, you can get exactly from minigames if you get in first place. The stars can be placed anywhere on the game board because, as you'll see later, the bottom is white, and white or clear means that it can be placed anywhere on the game board. As for specific colors, go in specific squares. We'll get into that later. And these are crystals. Red are worth 3 times more, so they're basically 3 crystals, while the blue crystals are just 1. These are like the coins for Disney's Party. And we start with 10 as usual, just like in Mario Party. And then Power Nose right here is something Mario Party does not have. If you press X, I believe it's X, then you have different powers depending on what minigame it is. That's all I can say about that. Now, actually, this time we get to set our destinations for ourselves, but there is one more thing I want to show you. See this little airplane spot right here? This is the airport. Basically, if you go back to the if you land on that, that means you can basically go anywhere you want. It's really random how it works, but at the same time, it's not that complicated. Do I want to risk losing this, or do I want to... You know what? Screw it. I'm going with the solo button. See, I knew I was going to get out-dominated for some odd reason. Oh well, a little tie, I guess it's not that bad. And here is our first minigame, the Star Fountain. So here are the controls. Press A to grab and attack bombs, or push B is to jump. I really don't get why they have the B button to jump and the A to attack. It really makes no sense. Then BA to butt bounce. Yeah, the jumping it... Because normally in regular video games is always A to jump. I guess to try to shape things up a bit. You collect crystals, you just scroll around, you pick up bombs, and then when the star appears, just jump on top of the fountain to make it. This is one of the 4 minigames that does not have whoever has the most points or pounds or whatever wins. If you're hit by a bomb or damage, you can just repeatedly press buttons and move in the control stick. Kind of like Mario Party, only Mario Party 1 really less damaging, hopefully. You can press R to practice, or you could just press start to start the game. This is a pretty easy game, so let's go ahead and jump right into it, I guess. As you can see, it's spin. The Star Fountain is magical! The planes, I should tell you, you cannot go into one of the islands. That requires something else, and oh my gosh, okay, I gotta grab these blue crystals. No, yes! Okay, at least I grabbed one of them. I need like a big amount of crystals, because that later on you'll see what happens. Are we at the start part already? Wow, that's actually pretty quick. I think it goes a bit slower than this. I am not completely quite sure about that. Alright, there you go. And this is the part where the fountain grows big. You need to jump as quickly as possible. And there we go. That's the first minigame I actually won. Again, pretty easy minigame. Bombs away, Donald. And now here is the rankings. They make this kind of tempted, and yeah, little numbers pop up, and then they make you wait longer for this. You can actually press start to skip this, but I'm going to show you there's only one... That was perfect! I didn't expect Donald to do that, but that was good. That was great. Anyways, here we are with the introduction to the game board, or Game Board Time. I don't know why they came up with that name, but oh well, I am not gonna mess with Disney logic. Now he uses mine! Okay, I see how it is. Game board, yeah, you know what the game board is. If you place 5 items in the exact same slot, then at the same row, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally is considered a row. And I set this up for 1 row just to give you guys an example of what it's like. I love you too! I gotta start saying that every time he does that. Yeah, he shows you another lineup. Yeah, so far your game board is empty, but as I said before, there are specific items with specific colored squares. Some items you can shop for later on to get those things. So you can see we got red in here, so we can place it on any red zone. If it's in any other zone, it gets bounced back up. Sorry I went ahead in front of you, Scrooge, but I know this game more well than you do, even though, yeah, this is like one of my childhood games, so this is why I know this a whole lot. Also, you'll notice that there's there's items with no squares on it. Same thing as stars that can be placed anywhere, except these are danger items or trap items. I really don't know what they're called, we'll see later on. Stars, as I mentioned earlier, can be placed anywhere because it has a white background. And it sparkles too! Oopsie daisy, oh my gosh. Looking back at it, what a stupid name for that. I guess it's for little kids for some odd reason. There are actually different amounts of trap items. One will not be included in another mode, which we'll be taking on later. That is the wheel one, as you can see on the left of my square. If you press done, you basically can't do anything. You're forced to if you don't have any items. And we have another demonstration here, a very, very slow demonstration to where the process of this is a lot quicker once you get into the games and stuff. When you do this, blah, blah, blah. And the orders in here can be completely different. For example, that was 3P, 4P, 1P, 2P, I believe. The orders were different than... Yeah, as I said before, the orders can be completely random. I'm trying to talk as much as I can, since of course I'm the only person who's Let's Playing this, or actually, rather, walkthroughing it. So you can see Mickey got screwed, and he couldn't get the row because Donald went second. Now, if Donald went first, Mickey would still have the row, and I don't know why he's choosing a star over anything else. I clearly don't understand that. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hope that didn't disturb you in any way. Oh, he forgot one more thing. One more thing. The thing I told you. There's a generator over here that gives you power notes. Basically, every item in the game could give you 3 power notes, with the exception of one item you can get later on. That gives you an additional power note. For some odd reason, it thinks the machine is a carnivore for some odd reason. I don't know why. This is a tough decision. Where am I going to put this? Do I want to do this horizontally? Let's go diagonally, just to give this a little more taste. It's going to get a lot more complicated later, don't worry you guys. Billy is going the exact opposite I am. Watch, we get the same we get the same row, and he's gonna like, what? I don't know. That did not make any perfect sense. The Beginning Airport. Nice name. Really clever name. This is basically what I said before. The airplanes can take you to a place randomly, except for one area, which has to be forced by boat. Now, there are several different islands you can go to.